Georgia. It's a large, very diverse state. We've got mountains and beaches, rolling hills and broad flat plains, sprawling metropolitan areas, and quaint country towns. It's a really big state, the largest state east of the Mississippi River, in fact, and home to more than 10 million people. But even with all that land and those millions of people, there's one thing that ties us all together. We all need food, clothing, and shelter. That means we all rely on agriculture. It's a good thing, then, that agriculture is Georgia's #1 industry. It might be hard to believe, but we have almost 10 million acres of land in Georgia devoted to agriculture. An acre is about the size of a football field. So there are nearly 10 million football fields of farmland across the state. To put it another way, 25% of all the land in Georgia is dedicated to some type of agriculture. Just how important is the agriculture industry to our state? It provides more than $73 billion to the state's economy, and 1 out of 7 Georgians work in an agriculture-related job. How did Georgia become such an agricultural powerhouse? A lot of the credit goes to our geography. Georgia has a relatively mild climate along with ample rainfall and water resources. The variations in our topography allow for virtually any type of crop to grow well somewhere in our state. Georgia is divided into 5 land areas. The Appalachian Plateau, Valley and Ridge, and Blue Ridge regions are found in extreme North Georgia and are comprised of Georgia's mountains. The Piedmont region lies between the mountains and the fall line. The fall line is a geological boundary about 20 miles wide that runs across Georgia northeastward from Columbus to Augusta. Below the fall line is the upper and lower coastal plain, the largest region in Georgia. The higher elevations in the northern part of Georgia mean shorter growing seasons. The hilly terrain not suitable for large acreages of field crops, but is ideal for apples, award-winning wineries, and poultry production. The hilly Piedmont region sees more varied agricultural production. This part of the state is home to broilers, breeders, and table eggs, beef cattle producers, dairy farms, hay producers, fruit trees, and greenhouses and nurseries. In the upper and lower coastal plains, agriculture is the dominant industry. Farmers can take advantage of the flat land and warmer climate to grow larger acreage row crops. Top commodities in the coastal plain include peanuts, cotton, Vidalia onions, watermelon, peaches, bell peppers, sweet corn and other fruits and vegetables, pecans, blueberries, and strawberries. More than 65% of Georgia's land area is covered in forest land, but the forestry industry is especially dominant in the lower coastal plain. You can find farmers raising animals all across the state, like beef and dairy cattle, poultry, horses, hogs, and goats. Much of what is grown in Georgia is also processed here. These agribusinesses provide jobs and pump even more money into the state's economy. As mentioned earlier, agriculture is the largest industry in the state, and almost half of Georgia's manufacturing jobs are agribusiness related. From apples to zucchini, you can buy Georgia-grown and processed commodities at a local grocery store and farmers markets. The popularity of pick-your-own operations is an expanding segment of Georgia agriculture and directly tied to the growth of agritourism in the state. Many of these operations have tours and special events to coincide with harvest seasons. Georgia is the nation's top producer of peanuts, pecans, broilers, and spring onions. We were also at or near the top when it comes to cotton, watermelon, peaches, eggs, blueberries, and a variety of fruits and vegetables. Our farmers produce nearly half of all peanuts and about 1/3 of all pecans grown in the U.S. And we grow enough cotton each year to make 500 million pair of blue jeans, or more than 2 billion men's t-shirts. So as you can see, agriculture is deeply rooted in Georgia. It's the economic engine, the caretaker and protector of the environment, and a major contributor to society. Agriculture keeps Georgia growing.